Hey folks, welcome back and thanks for tuning in again. I'm Marty and today I want to show you this piano here. It's a digital piano, specifically the Thomann DP95. The keyboard comes with a full-featured keyboard which has 88 keys, hammer-weighted, of course touch-sensitive, and it has around 500 different sounds with emulations of different instruments and so forth. It has a built-in memory where you can record your own songs too. It comes with lots of different styles you can play along to, different drums, basses and so forth. You have a built-in chord mode. You have a built-in lesson, so where you can actually learn how to play piano. So it has lots of different features, and most importantly, that is what I want to show you today, is how it actually sounds. And I'm gonna go through just a couple of those 500 different sounds. I'm pretty much will focus on the piano itself, so on the piano sounds. And on top of that, at the end, I'm going to compare them to VST instruments. So I have loaded in the computer a Yamaha grand piano, a Bösendorfer grand piano, and a Steinway. So we're gonna check that out, how they compare to each other and how good the Thomann DP95 sounds. So let's get started. So first piano, the standard grand piano that you heard before. Then we go to the second one, which is a acoustic grand piano with a little bit of a widening. Then we go to another acoustic grand piano, which is the 8th one. Then let's go to number 9, stereo pride piano. Number 10, Pride acoustic piano. Let's go to the Western, the honky-tonk piano, number 16. Then let's go to a harpsichord, number 35. Okay, so that were kind of the most important acoustic piano sounds, and let's go now to a electric piano, which is number 27. It's a 60s electric piano, kind of an emulation of that. So, these were basically the most important piano sounds that I picked here out. I think they sound pretty decent. In fact, I really like the first one, the stereo grand piano, and also the number, which was it, number 8, which was the acoustic piano. So let's go now to some little kind of a chromatic percussion things, and we start off with a Glockenspiel, which is number 54 here. Sounds like that. Right? Then kind of the same is like a music box, sounds like that. And here on the percussion, chromatic percussion things, last one I want to show you is the marimba. Sounds like that. Okay. So, organ sound number 93. By the way, this chuck wheel is pretty neat and can dial in pretty quickly those sounds. I think on the older version you had to click the buttons just to get there, and so it's a really good update. So, rock organ. Church organ. Okay. And then of course you have multiple guitar sounds, and so let's just head over to a acoustic guitar emulation, a nylon guitar, so a classical guitar. Sounds like that, so I'm gonna play a little bit higher here. Okay, let's take like a 12 string again also. So these were the acoustic guitars, and now let's head over to some bass sounds, which start around 159. So let's get to 160, which is a acoustic bass. Sounds pretty good. Next one is electric bass. Let's play it a little bit deeper. Oh. So, now let's switch to the string and orchestral instruments. And we're gonna start off with a cello, which is 197. So there, again, there are different sounds. Like we have three different cello sounds and violins and so forth. But I found that the cello sounded here the best. So now next thing, 202, tremolo strings. Okay, let's go to pizzicato. So this kind of sounds that you hear in movies a lot. Okay, and then as we are in the orchestral section, let's play a young chin, which is that. Sounds pretty good. Then some timpani. Okay. So if you have to do any orchestral thing like with movies, there are lots of different sounds in there. You have different violins, violas, contrabasses, lots of different orchestral strings, also octaved pizzicato strings or different harp sounds. So you can really make a lot of that. And as we are about that, we go to the Ensemble section. And here we have a first pure orchestral string sound. Now that is really good. Now let's go to slower ones. And you can also mix it up with brass sounds, for example. Okay. And then let's go now to pure brass section, which is a trumpet, for example. Sounds like that. Cool. Then let's go to a tuba. Okay. And also a saxophone. As you can hear, they also emulated or kind of recorded into the sample the whistling and also the pushing of the air when you blow into a trumpet or into a saxophone. So this sounds pretty good, I think. So now let's go to some pipe sounds. For example, here is a flute sound. Also a pan flute. Okay. And finally, you can also mix two different sounds together. So for example, you can use a piano with a string pad sound, so a orchestra behind the piano. You can mix it also with a choir sound or with guitars. So I'm going to show you now just with a string pad how that sounds. So this is 440. Okay, so as you can hear, many different sounds, total 500 different instrument sounds, which is pretty much. But anyways, I think that the piano sounds, all the different piano sounds sound pretty good. And now, finally, let's compare the sound of the piano to other VST instruments that I have in the computer. I have a Yamaha grand piano, a Bösendorfer and a Steinway loaded, and let's check out how they compare to each other. Alright, so as you can see, here we're in the DAW, Logic Pro X, and I have here the piano tracks already loaded. Here is the Yamaha grand piano, the Bösendorfer grand piano, and the Steinway. And here is the Thomann piano. As you can see, I have here the same plugins than on the other tracks, because those 3 VST plugins kinda need those for their sound. And so what I did is I copied just the compressor settings of the other 3s, and also a tape delay, a little bit of a tape delay, and the channel EQ is here flat because I want the sound just of the piano. And so we can now really compare those 4 different pianos and see how the Thomann sounds to the Yamaha, the Bösendorfer, and the Steinway. Okay, so let's hit here record and here, and then we're gonna record the Thomann and the Yamaha together and compare then all the other ones. And now let's hit record. So, I think this should be enough. So, back in Logic here, let's now copy just the Yamaha MIDI track down here to the other one too, so we have the same performance and we can really compare them. So, let's now listen just to the Thomann piano. Alright, now let's go to the Yamaha. And the Bösendorfer. A lot more room sound in this sample. And finally the Steinway. Okay, so I think that to all the other 3s, the Thomann TP95 is really good. I like it much more than the Bösendorfer sample that I have here, so let's compare those 2 again. I mean, it has a little bit more a modern sound, so the Bösendorfer is really a classical sound. It's not kind of bad per se, but it's just different. And I favor here the Thomann piano. So now let's compare the Yamaha grand piano and the Thomann. Might guess that the Yamaha also sounds a little bit more modern. Start with the Yamaha here. So not that different. And now for the last comparison, the Steinway and the Thomann. Also again start with the Steinway again. Okay, so now those were the 4 pianos. I think they sound all pretty decent, and I'm really surprised with the Thomann piano, how it compares to the other VST pianos. And so it sounds pretty good. I wouldn't say that I favor a certain piano more. So for example, you could say that like the sound of a Steinway is or the Bösendorfer is like for a really classical sound, together with orchestral, something like that, and the Yamaha and the Thomann are for more modern pop arrangements or something like that. But all in all, I think that the Thomann and the Yamaha sound pretty close to each other, and maybe the Steinway is a little bit ahead of them. It has, for me, a little bit of more a sheen in the top end and a little bit more depth to the sound itself. But I'm really surprised with the Thomann DP95 piano. It's really a great piano for the money, and it really can keep up with the other VST pianos. And of course, as it has a MIDI output, you can also use it with 4 other sounds. So that's pretty cool. So that's it. I hope that I could give you a good overview of this piano. It was really easy to build. It comes just with 4 or 5 pieces. The piano itself is really of a well-built quality. The hammer-weighted keys are great. And for the money, it's a fantastic piano. And as we heard in the comparison with the other VST piano sounds, it does a great job. So to sum that up, all in all, it's a really great piano. Gets a thumb up from me. And I hope you liked it. And thanks for watching. And please subscribe. And see you in the next video.